All right. Welcome back, y'all. Spill the beans. Appreciate y'all coming back, tuning in with us. Got my boy Mike over here. Real special guest Keith.
What's going on?
My brother. And then y'all know me, Mike Tuck, of course. Anyway, uh, shit, it's been a minute since we talked about some sports. We want to tap back in with the free agencies, signings, and what else we got, Mike?
Free agency signing. There were some trades. Some teams are going to look a little different coming into next year before the draft. Some contenders are maybe not going to be contenders anymore, depending on
Who?
how, who.
Yeah.
Kind of like I would say San Fran. It's usually a contender in the NFC. I don't think they're going to be as strong coming into this next season.
Wow,
Why
they
not?
lost Debo.
No, because I mean they're potentially going to use Brandon Ayuk too because he asked for a trade, and that's still out there whether they do it or not. You got to figure out what you're doing with Purdy at the end of the day. If you're going to pay him or not. I saw they brought Juszczyk back on a little deal,
He's
but
gonna get paid.
So you don't think
the
they're
whole
gonna,
and then there's still a swirling rumor with the potential of them losing Trent Williams.
so you don't think they go to the playoffs?
I'm not sure.
Hell
I think
nah.
the NFC is getting more competitive.
Yeah.
Is it?
The NFC is going to actually be a little bit more competitive, I think, this season.
What team?
Bears,
The
if
Rams
If-
gonna be there.
The who?
the Bears, I mean, if
Rams.
he played behind a brand new built O
I'm gonna ask you
line.
one
We
more
can't
time.
just
The
get a
who?
Bears though. He was
Huh?
you
The
going
who?
from worst to
No, I said they might make the playoffs. I mean,
They'd be more competitive.
yeah,
this
they'd
year.
be more.
right.
They should
I
be.
can't say playoffs though. Off
They
rip.
should be more competitive. I mean, they literally just went and bought a brand new O line. They went and got a couple defensive pieces too.
What if the O-line
Fuck
wasn't
the
an
Bears,
issue?
man. They
I mean,
got one of our
the
players,
Rams is
man.
another team where
Yeah,
the Rams
that's
should
what he
be
said.
competitive in the playoffs. And then obviously you got Detroit
Dallas.
Eagles. Dallas should be. I think this would be a turnaround year for them. We'll see how Dak plays, how that goes.
So what y'all feel about D Hop
Me, who?
D Hop going
to the
Baltimore.
Ravens? Y'all think that's like they saying that's the graveyard for receivers.
Well, they used to say Tennessee was like that. Anybody
They
that
saying
went to
both.
Tennessee is
So
right.
and he went to Tennessee and the Ravens. So
Because Randy Moss
I
did
think
it.
he on his way out. Like after this year, like
He got a quarterback. He gonna be straight.
Because what he had mentioned a long time ago,
I
he said
mean,
if I wasn't,
I don't feel like he got
1,000
many
yards-
more years left. Ain't
Yeah.
like he got 5 more years left or nothing.
Yeah.
Like,
But do you, looking at the end of the season this past year with the Chiefs, it seemed like they didn't even really even use him in the game plan towards the end of the year going to playoffs. It seemed like he was like almost non-existent in the offense, which I don't know if it's his fault because he was tailing off.
they was
Trying to
trying
age,
to,
or
that,
if
that
it was
O-line,
just-
though.
yeah, they definitely was
O-line
trying.
fucking
He got a
suck.
tutty in the Super Bowl. Man, it don't matter, but he did score in the Super Bowl.
Fuck you mean it don't matter? It do matter.
I mean they lost by a lot.
Where was your team at?
Where was
They were in the Super Bowl.
Hey man, he said his team about to retain the big three. They
yeah?
about to give Jamar 41. They're gonna give T what? What they gonna give T? Yeah, they're gonna
gonna
have to
have
give
to
between
get
40 and 41.
Y'all gonna be scoring 50 and giving up 51.
Yeah.
We gonna score 52 then.
You know what's crazy? You said this all last season. If we score 40, we just can't let them score 42. Guess what? The other team
And they
scored
was scoring
42.
42.
Motherfuckers
Man.
wasn't good for nothing but parlays last year. They was gonna get them yards and them touchdowns. They weren't winning though.
You just bet on Jamar. You know, he
Joe
just-
Burrow, 275 and the 2 tuds was a lock every time.
Very true.
What was Jamar averaging? Like, what was his average target a game? You
I
think
think
last
it was
year?
like between like 8 and 11 target. You said
Yeah.
targets or receptions?
Targets.
Targets. He had to be getting about 15 targets.
I don't know. I wouldn't say. I don't think it was that high, but his
Probably like 12, 13.
Because a
I'd
couple of
say-
those games, he was just taking like he had like
his line, his shit start like Puka. They shit hella high. Like they shit start at like 6 or 7 catches,
Yeah,
and that be like minus 1,000.
yeah.
Like they lines be hella high. They get hella
But I
touches.
think,
in the game.
yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean, he was
speaking
getting
of-
screens and all type of shit too.
I mean, to talk about your Bengals, y'all brought Samaje back, which I don't know how you feel about that.
Fuck about
Oh,
posting all that shit.
Mike.
I don't understand that. Like, what the hell?
He said he came back because of Burrow. He was like, that's why I came
He
back.
trying to protect Burrow. That's what he trying to do. Ain't he
Yeah,
blocking
bro,
The
back?
same thing he did for us, he did for y'all.
Yeah.
Did a good job, though. Did a good job.
He does his job. That's all you need a player to
Last
do.
couple playoff games too.
Did that matter? You ain't lying to me.
Last couple playoff games too.
That
bro.
nigga, he ain't all world, but he gonna do some shit.
Then when he didn't need most of it, just block
What
your
they say,
man.
like the Avatar?
Or
That's all they wanted to do.
die for the ball, bro. You couldn't die for the ball in the Super Bowl, bro. You was
And then y'all re-signed Mike Gesicki. I mean, I don't know how big of a splash that will be.
I mean, with tight ends though, bro. As long as you got a tight end that
can
understand the offense, bro, and catch the ball, you good. Like, you don't
then-
need nothing crazy. You don't need a George Kittle or Travis
We
Kelce.
also
on the
re-signed
team.
Tanner Hudson. He kind of blocked more, right? He was more
Yeah,
of
he
a
was more
blocking.
of a block. He got a little
Cody
upset.
Ford, which apparently a bunch of
Anybody-
Bengals fans didn't like that one.
You can't. I ain't even gonna say it when he was there for blocking because we don't do that.
Tanner. Yeah, they don't block.
Well, that's.
We don't do that. So I hope they ain't signing back for his blocking.
And then you guys gave Joseph Assad a 1 year deal, $7 million. I know I saw his little interview say he's gonna be giving Miles Murphy some game the same way Trey Henderson helped him out. So I don't know if he said that in reference to Trey Henderson maybe leaving or in reference
Or
to
just saying.
he the reason for our downfall.
Joseph Assad.
Joseph Assad.
Cause he just couldn't keep his hands to himself. Why would you push him in the back? Already, I'm sick of doing that.
You took far down.
For real, though.
Hey, you sound like
That was
Jermaine Pratt after
that was
the
the
game.
turning point of everything.
You sound just like Jermaine Pratt after the game. You can't say that after the game, though.
He did say that.
keep it
After the game. Well, it was right in the tunnel. He was talking
He
shit.
just did that shit walking
Yeah.
out. These niggas. They ain't gonna get him.
Did he lie? Did he tell any lies though? We ain't sniffed it since. You feel me? Like
We signed Can Sample
Right.
back. BJ Hill got his little deal, 3 year, $33 million. You guys went and got TJ Slade from the Packers. Signed Oren Burks from the Eagles. He just won a Super Bowl, so I guess you guys want that Super Bowl mentality in the building, you know.
sometimes I just feel like Duke Toes would be in there doing anything, man.
Man, he just look
And
at
then
a piece of paper and be like,
Marco Wilson.
I like this name.
I talked to a couple Bengals fans. I'm like, oh, y'all ever signed
like-
Marco Wilson back then? I was like, who was that?
Fuck is that?
Now Marco Wilson too. He played at Florida, bro. He alright. He played at Arizona for a little bit.
But those, and then Cal Admotis. So like, yo, so the big three's gonna be the
I
thing.
ain't count KD bucket.
But do you think the Bengals, depending on what they draft, if their draft pick just excels, how far do you realistically put the Bengals in the AFC next year?
Where they went last year?
No, I ain't gonna
You
say
got
that.
no playoffs at all?
Probably not.
He
They ain't
just-
got
Are you
no
saying
defense.
that as a bias?
just a Bengal
Are you saying
hater,
that as a
right?
Bengal hater, or are you saying that as like a
I'm
conscious
saying that
like,
is first of all, I don't know their schedule. Secondly, I'm saying like if their defense don't get better and they got a hard schedule, I don't understand like
Well, we got 6 games in AFC North.
Yeah.
I know, yeah. I was saying
sure.
you get the
For sure,
NFC
for
North
sure.
this year too.
The
Yeah, because
NFC North.
Dave gets his reunion.
Oh, yeah,
Cincinnati.
they play.
we beating the Vikings.
Really?
if they got that quarterback.
JJ Mc.
He's bumming. If they play, I'm putting 5.
Who else they gonna play?
I don't know. I'm betting on the Bengals that day.
He said bet on Bengals that day.
But
Depending on what Jordan Love show up for Green Bay, we gonna beat them too.
facts, whichever one show up.
And the Bears.
We gonna lose to the
Well, it's
Bears.
always depending on
They
what
can
Jordan
always say
Love shows.
Bears.
That's the trap game.
It's a trap game.
So
Trap
y'all
game.
at home this
Bengals
year.
always lose a trap game. Y'all lost to the Patriots, bro.
That
Well,
was a super trap game.
At
First
home
game
this
of the
year,
season.
y'all get the New England Patriots again. See how that goes.
We
You
gonna-
get the
we
Jets,
BTA,
Jacksonville,
we ain't
Chicago, Detroit.
Looking at that schedule,
Arizona.
Justin Fields finna cook y'all.
Well,
I love
they got to
Justin
build him an
Fields.
O-line, or he gonna be in the
Yeah, I
same
love Justin
situation he was
Fields,
in
man.
Chicago. He gonna be running
He
for
got
his
to show me
life.
that 4-4 because
he gonna be running for
He
his
gonna be running
life.
for his life.
Well, I mean,
Arizona, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Cleveland, obviously, and then away games. You got Buffalo during the season,
Arizona,
Miami,
Buffalo.
Well, we
Denver.
gonna lose that game.
Which one?
Arizona,
That's the one.
Ooh,
that's a trap game too.
but it's here. At least it's here.
That don't mean it's not a
Where's
track
Chicago?
game.
And also depend on if it's in November. because
A
you
trap
got
game
home-
is a game
home-
that you going in. Basically,
Yeah.
you overlook a team.
Yeah.
That's a trap game. Like everybody know you're supposed to win.
It depends
Yeah,
on
like,
it
that's
depends
a
on what
trap
Arizona doing when we play them.
Yeah, facts.
And then obviously
If Call of Duty not out and
Green
Kyler
Bay.
locked in,
That's what I was about to say. Depending on if it's
Well,
November.
we know that
I'm
drop
telling-
every November,
Yeah.
so
Y'all beat Buffalo this year away. Obviously, we don't have the date.
I don't know, man. They
Y'all
got
beat
the.
Buffalo.
I ain't gonna lie, Joe Burrow love playing now.
yeah.
I mean,
That was
Miami
the
ain't
wrong way to
nothing.
get defense,
Y'all should be able to beat Miami. Because, I mean, by then, Tua, I mean, hopefully not, but he'll probably be hurt by then or out.
Oh man.
Why don't you say something?
That's a new problem.
I kept my
Probably hurt
myself.
something. Yeah.
I was going to say something before that. So you
I mean,
know,
I'm just
Hey.
talking. I mean, he ain't
man.
played more than 10 games.
Tuck gonna have to, you feel me, clip that out. What I was finna say.
I said I don't hope it on him. I just said hopefully he's
I
not.
was gonna say Buffalo hate this Cincinnati coming, but like,
So you said you could
Hey,
beat.
Bro, he only played 10 games one time.
Who Tua?
Yeah.
And then he went 13, 13, 17, 11.
Which year you go 17 games?
No, last year.
He didn't play
all
17 games last year?
Not last year that just passed, the year before that.
I thought he got hurt that year too.
Nah,
I thought he-
that was when
He lost to
yeah, because
KC
that's
in
when
the playoffs. He played 17 games.
that's when Tariq
played
had
all
the
of them?
2000, didn't he? Well, almost had
No,
2000.
Yeah, he almost had it.
That was
That was that year. Yeah,
That was
he
that
he
year.
played
That was
every
the year, That was the
game,
year they played KC in the playoffs.
and it was cold as fuck
Yeah.
to them.
oh yeah,
Played every game. No,
which
it
was
cold
college.
as fuck to
Well,
anybody.
I'm,
boy.
well, yeah.
What you talking about? Boy, that game was cold as hell.
That's when Snead put Tariq Hill in the
Yeah.
dirt.
Blender. Jumper cake.
I seen he took his blood off on the field.
So, Real, how you feel about your new look Chiefs? Obviously,
We ain't got no new look.
the O-line,
We only
you
had
lose
3
to
last
it.
year. We only had 3 linemen last year.
So
we got
what
2
you saying?
this year.
Super Bowl?
Who?
You.
As long as 15 playing, I'm gonna say Super Bowl every time. He got it like that. We get a
That
healthy
ain't too
Rasheed
far off to
Rice.
say.
We gonna get a more incorporated splash. Told you KD gonna cook for you. Rasheed Rice,
Zay?
Xavier Worthy gonna get more touches. Kelsey coming back with a fire lit under him. He's not washed. People feel like he's washed. He's not washed at all. He had a good season.
He ain't washed. He
old.
yeah.
He had 878 yards on a season where he wasn't even supposed to be the focal point in the offense.
Who was supposed to be the focal point?
Rasheed Rice.
Rasheed Rice got hurt like the first.
That's the point.
I mean,
He was,
It's the NFL. You adapt to what's going
bro.
on.
Kelsey was getting like a couple touches the first few games.
They offense, y'all offense.
We was
just
using
wasn't
our other tight
great
ends,
last year.
and we was using the rookie Worthy and Rasheed Rice, and then Rasheed
I
Rice.
feel like when Rasheed Rice
he
got
gonna be on
hurt,
some Jamar Chase shit. He gonna
They
be
was-
getting like 8
they
catches a
was
game.
bragging in
touches.
Travis Kelsey.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, this shit
Yeah.
like that.
So,
they was trying to save him for the playoffs.
so
bro.
home opponents you guys got next year outside your division,
They
obviously.
don't even matter. You ain't gotta say schedule. We'll be in the playoffs.
Baltimore,
We'll be contending for the first.
Detroit, Texans, Colts, Eagles, Commanders. Damn, they try to
Where's
give
the
y'all
Super
some
Bowl
tough
at
games.
next year?
That's a good question.
It'll never be here.
They always that should be announced.
Just
already.
I think
And then
Probably
away
Miami.
games,
It's
you
probably
got
Florida.
Buffalo,
It's in
Dallas,
Florida
Jacksonville, Giants, Tennessee.
It's gonna be in a warm weather city for sure.
It always is. They try to make
It's
it
a
was
Florida.
in Indy once, wasn't it?
it ain't been in India a long
They
time.
got an indoor facility.
Was
Yeah.
you even alive when it was in Indy, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What year was it in Indy?
they played, didn't they?
When I was in
98.
high school.
Super Bowl never was in Indiana when he was in high school.
All right, let's see. I almost got to prove myself. February 5th, 2012, Super Bowl. Who was the Giants? And the Giants won it, actually.
The
Who's
Giants
that?
and
Giants,
Patriots
Patriots?
did not play in Indy.
That's what it say. Super Bowl took place February 5th, 2012, Lucas Oil Stadium, Indianapolis, Indiana. Giants defeated the Patriots 21-17.
That was the second time.
My senior year.
That been the
actually.
second time Brady.
Like I said, when I was in high school, I was got prove something.
You guessed.
I hit it right on the nose. It's cool. Anyway, where is it this year? You done made me forget what I was even looking it up for.
It's not here. Don't worry.
It says not here.
I
Don't
don't
worry.
want to be here.
You gonna
Too
be
cold.
you
Nah,
going?
the price of rent
Super
gonna
Bowl?
go up. They bring Super Bowl here. Rent
Right,
gonna
boy.
skyrocket.
You going to the Super Bowl?
Am I?
Yeah.
The Bengals?
No, like you gonna go see the Super Bowl?
I don't know. Shoot, maybe.
What?
Spill the beans
What
gonna
would
be
have to
down
happen?
there.
What would have to happen for you to go?
We gotta pack up and go. Take the mics and camera. We out there.
I thought because you ain't got to worry about your team going. That's what I was saying.
Oh, they going.
That's what I was saying.
What's the real chances for the Bengals make the Super Bowl? What has to happen?
39% chance. That's kind of
What has to happen?
21% chance.
Tell us what the Bengals got to do to make that
Odds
happen
probably
right
like
now.
plus 20,000.
Burrow gotta be healthy.
Oh, yep. Go ahead and wrap that up.
It's a,
Dang. What's
was
up
this
with
going to be the
y'all?
first off season? Or was last year the first off season? He was healthy the whole entire off season.
Last off season, I believe so.
Yeah.
So
He was coming back from the thumb.
Yeah, you
Or
right.
wrist.
yeah,
or
so this off season would be his first off season where he'll
Where
be
he
fully
100% healthy.
going into
Well, his offseason coming into the season. I mean, but that was cold.
yeah. So what they got to do?
Yeah, what the Bengals got?
What the Bengals got to do, because you got a couple juggernauts, obviously Chiefs, Buffalo.
We just gotta win.
Baltimore.
Is Buffalo a
I think
juggernaut, though?
Baltimore.
I think
Alright.
they're competitive. I mean they compete. If
mean,
you
we
want to call them a
compete too,
juggernaut,
Who
is a
compete?
question.
Bro, y'all ain't
Buffalo
made the
competes.
playoffs 2 years straight. You cannot say y'all are compete like in competition, contenders
I mean, but who really has been there besides Kansas City, though?
in the playoffs.
Josh,
Buffalo,
Like
Baltimore.
Josh and Lamar.
Yeah,
Josh Lamar is usually the ones beating them at the end.
Yeah.
Who? What happened when the Bengals seen Josh Allen in the Super Bowl? I mean, playoffs.
Y'all
Oh,
couldn't do.
What happened when
Yeah.
the Bengals seen any of them in the playoffs?
They won one, they lost one.
What you mean?
They beat the Chiefs and they lost to the Chiefs.
What about
Yeah,
the rest
but
of
we
the
ain't
league?
just talking about the Chiefs. We talking about the rest of the NFL.
Yeah, I didn't play Baltimore. I didn't play Baltimore with Lamar in the playoffs, so I don't count that game.
Okay.
I played Tyler Huntley.
Honestly, they would
I was
just
basically playing.
honestly they would just kept running the ball.
That's
in
Black
that
and
game.
Mal, Tyler Huntley. That's Black and Mal. He look like he smoked
My boy
Mal.
Snoop.
They do call him Snoop, don't
That's
they?
Yeah,
his
yeah.
nickname.
Yep. So I mean, I don't know, man. That's a tough road. AFC's tough.
We just
Oh, we got Hollywood Brown back too,
I ain't
so
worried.
we got
But
some
I
speed.
I really ain't worried about Buffalo, though.
So
That's one team that don't concern
I
me.
feel
key
like this
additions
year
for
was a
Buffalo would
fluke,
be
bro.
Joey Bosa is one of the.
Nah, Buffalo defense is good. Though.
They went and got, so they kind of traded Bond for Joey, even though I feel like they're both
Joey
about
gonna
the
get
same
way more.
player.
No, Joey gonna play way more snaps than Von Miller.
Yeah, he should. He should.
Von Miller only came in on third.
They went and got Josh Palmer from LA, brought him in. They gave him a 3-year deal. They still got
alright.
Shakur, and then that's kind of, so they got
What-
King Cole and Shakur and
What,
Josh
what,
Palmer.
what Amari doing?
Amari's still a top free agent. He's still a free agent, man.
He's a top free agent.
He's what's left. Yeah. He's up top.
That sounds
Top is
crazy
kinda
talking
crazy.
about him. Saying he was.
So the
left.
best available free agents right now,
What's
ranked
up?
11, is Amari. Ranked 21 is Asante Samuel Jr., which is, I'm surprised he ain't
Man,
nobody. He ain't, man.
Cincinnati, what y'all doing with Asante, man? I need to get
Aaron
him.
Rodgers at
What
25.
they tripping.
Cam Robinson, left tackle,
Aaron Rodgers,
27. Stephon Diggs is still out there,
He
free
coming,
agent.
Is Rodgers gonna find a
He
home?
going to Dallas.
The
You said
room-
Rodgers is?
Stephon Diggs going to
Oh
play
yeah,
with
yeah.
Southern.
You think?
He already
Probably.
did.
For what, bro? Like,
You can see these some help.
man, they still gonna be ass, man. I'm sorry, Dallas. I ain't.
Why they ass? Is it because of Dak?
Yes.
Or is it just the organization?
Dak
it's
and
the
Jerry
culture,
Jones.
bro.
Yeah, Dak and Jerry Jones.
You think Dak ass though?
He's super ass.
He ain't top 10.
Look at all his stats. They come when they're losing the game.
Well, they just
Gotta
they
come
beat.
sometime.
The thing with Dallas, they beat the teams they supposed to beat, and they.
Oh,
My bad.
But the thing with Dallas, they.
wow. That's wicked.
But you gotta remember though, whenever Dallas play teams, like they beat the shit out of teams they're supposed to beat the shit out of, and they typically lose to teams that.
They like the Knicks. The Knicks is trash against good teams.
Who beat the fuck out of Dallas earlier in the season before Detroit did it?
That was the
Detroit?
Saints.
Oh, the Saints.
The
Yeah,
Saints
the
beat the shit out
Saints.
of them. Because that was when the
was
Saints
like
put up
week-
like back to
They had
back
a
games.
Jeremy Lin run last
Like
year.
week 2 or 3. Yeah, they did. They shit
It was
short.
early
Yeah.
too, boy.
So
Yeah,
key
they-
additions
that's
for
it.
Dallas. Key additions for Dallas. They went and got Miles Sanders. They went and got Javonte Williams running back. So I feel like that's a decent 2 running backs, including room.
I don't.
We'll see how it goes.
I
We'll
don't.
see.
Dowdell sold my parlay last year.
I don't want to hear none of that. They did that, and that's going to be his excuse of why he don't draft.
They gave Osa Odigbazo his big deal. It's the D tackle. He got a big deal. They went and picked up Kenneth Murray Jr., Kerry Aleem.
Man, bro, you saying people we ain't never heard of.
Then they re-signed Kevontae Turpin to a 3-year deal.
I like him.
Yeah, he's small.
So, I mean, that's all they've really kind of done. I thought they were going to maybe try to reach and get Ashton
Man, that quarterback is ass.
in the first round.
So where do you think Ashton going? You think he's going to go to Dallas?
If the Raiders don't draft Shador, I think they'll draft Ashton.
Who they running back now?
Who the fuck is they court? They got Mason.
They got
Rudolph.
Geno Smith.
Nah, Mason Rudolph played for
Mason Rudolph got
the
the Steelers signed him back.
Yeah, he went back to the Steelers.
So I think if my opinion, if the Raiders doesn't draft Shador, I think they draft running back.
They can't possibly think he their quarterback.
Geno, for the
I'm talking about Mason Rudolph.
Well, yeah, I mean, you had to do something. You can't. They didn't have a quarterback on the roster.
They already said they was moving on from Russ because that nigga ass too.
You literally had
Where
to
y'all
do
think
something.
he gonna go?
Home. Where he need to go.
Well, he went to go to see the Browns on Thursday, talk to them, and then he went in to see the Giants on Friday.
Well, we got a spot for you right here on
But the Giants and Steelers are both waiting on Aaron. But the report that came out was Aaron's waiting on Minnesota.
They said Sierra got a body party for him.
What do y'all think best fit for Aaron is? Minnesota, Giants, or Steelers?
Home.
He said,
Aaron is go ahead.
Best
You ain't
fit,
winning
it has
another.
to be-
He not winning another Super Bowl. So what are you playing for?
He old, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You just out there. Like Brady was still playing.
can't play
Brady
that
was
NFL North.
competing.
Pittsburgh.
He can't play that physicality football no more.
Well,
He gonna have to play. You feel me? The Ravens.
Pittsburgh ain't got no O-line for him.
That's
The
what I'm
Vikings-
saying.
the
Like he
Vikings
gonna be
O-line's
getting
good.
toe up.
Vikings O-line's good.
And we got Jettas
The
and
Vikings need a
Addison.
quarterback.
TJ Hawkinson,
Hawkinson.
Aaron
No, I
Jones.
can
So
see-
you
I
pair
can
back
see-
with Aaron Jones again.
Cam
Nah,
Akers.
A-Rod don't need to go home though. He had a decent season on that shit.
I think
He just looked bad at parts, but like
and then
you
that
look at
Jets
his
O-line is
numbers.
terrible.
You look at his numbers, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It
Because
wasn't.
what was it like the last 7-8 games? He actually was kind of turning it on for the most part.
Well, that was just because they was having fun. They
Yeah,
they
they
weren't
was
playing
just
for
playing
it.
backyard football.
But
We ain't winning. We ain't going to the off.
let's
Let's
say
just cook.
he goes to Minnesota. He has a really decent O-line that's way better than the Jets O-line. You give him Jettas, Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson, Aaron Jones, Jordan Mason. Good O-line. What do you think he does in the NFC North?
Nigga, Brian flies. He don't know.
Because then they also retooled on defense too. They went
He
and
could
got
be impact if he protected.
Yeah, for sure.
Who?
We talking about Rodgers.
The Bengals gonna go to the playoffs next year. They're gonna be a top. Was it 7? They're gonna be a top 5. I say top 5 seed.
so that means they miss out
Miss out on what?
on the AFC North title. So you said they
No,
go 5.
top
or
five.
you go top
Top
5. They either
five.
win the AFC North
I
or
see
they come
Baltimore.
second
I
place.
see Baltimore winning the division. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
Do Lamar take a leap from last year?
yeah, that's but like
Another
home,
leap?
How the
How many leaps he got to
That's what I'm
take?
saying.
As a passer.
So Baltimore key additions.
Yeah.
Baltimore
I
key
get that.
additions.
It looked different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
look
like
different.
30 something times before.
I think it looked that way just how they scheme is though.
Yeah.
Cause he be slinging the ball for
So they re-signed Ronnie Stanley back. There was thoughts that he was maybe going to move on. He got 3-year, $60 million deal. They got Patrick Ricard back there, utility guy. Fullbacks aren't dead in the NFL.
Yes, they are.
To the Ravens and to the San
and to
Francisco
the
49ers.
49ers.
Fullbacks are not dead to those teams. And then obviously they went and got D-Hop, and then they signed Cooper Rush today as a backup.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about.
Who signed Cooper
Bro,
Rush?
The
you
Ravens
know who the
as a
Chiefs'
backup.
backup is?
Y'all got a
Gardner
couple.
Minshew.
Yeah, I saw they got Gardner Minshew. Yeah, I saw that. I mean, obviously you ain't gonna never.
It's just the principle. Like, we can have a better backup than that. Like,
So you guys got Bailey
yeah,
Zappi
Carson
too.
Wentz. Like, we don't want no damn Bailey
Yeah,
Zappi.
y'all-
And I'm Bengals, man. I'm
Oh
Bengals,
yeah,
bro.
they were shitty last
So I
year.
ain't rooting for nobody else.
Last year they was shitty, but I
Let's-
ain't gonna
let's-
say they.
Let's stay from Cincy.
So what we think about the Eagles? They run it back.
No.
No. I'm with them.
Bro, Detroit. I mean, you know, if it was a fifth, but
They not.
a healthy
they not
Detroit
going
team, bro.
15-2 this
Yeah,
year.
a healthy Detroit team.
What y'all feel about Washington though? Is they
They gonna be
gonna
alright.
is they starting to be like they gonna be a regular
Is
contender?
Jaden Daniels gone? Where you going?
That's what I'm
Or
saying.
he
Y'all
gonna
think he gonna
or he gonna
did
hit
he
that
meet his
little-
peak, or he gonna
or
have
he
like
gonna
a
that
sophomore
second year,
slump,
yeah,
like
sophomore
they said
slump.
Stroud had?
Well, the Texans team was just.
It was all over the place.
It was mediocre.
Yeah, I don't think he had a sophomore slump either. Though.
I don't like how the O-line protected him in that playoff game.
You feel me?
He looked like Mahomes in the Super Bowl.
But
Running
speaking,
everywhere.
back on
Running for his life.
Commanders, obviously they traded for Debo. That was probably one of their bigger splashes of the offseason.
Who, the
Re-
Commanders? Oh, they did
yeah.
get Debo. His
Re-signed
Yeah,
Zach
Debo.
Ertz back. Re-signed
Debo.
another tight end back. They went and traded for Larry Tunsil because they want to get that whole line protect.
They got Tunsil on.
Yeah, they traded for Larry Tunsil. And then they
Damn,
also
he is hurt.
they also got a couple edge guys that are decent, just edge guys. They went and paid Javon Kinlaw. He got a 3-year, $45 million deal. Bobby Wagner, bring him back, bring leadership back in the defensive side, bring your captain back.
I don't think he got much ankles to get
Yeah,
took.
but
But
to say like
And
he,
then
Bobby Wagner.
he
they
about
re-signed
done.
back Will Harris to safety. So, I mean, they made a bunch of edge, got a bunch of edge rushers, got Larry Tunsil, Debo, and then obviously Zach Ertz. So,
So it's up to Jaden Daniels, then, huh?
and then they still can draft. They still got the draft, obviously, too. So, they can add some more pieces to it. Do you
Who they
think?
running back? Eckler?
I don't.
Robinson and also
Yeah,
they do a two-back system.
yeah, they do a two-back system.
I like them. I would try to get it back out the draft, and I wouldn't do it my first round pick, but I'd probably try
Just
to
like a sleeper.
just some like
You know,
Austin Eckler. You feel me? I ain't saying like he on his last legs, but I don't feel like he got. You feel
He
me?
don't got
Yeah,
that
Too much
more.
tread left on
Yeah.
the tires.
the thing about the NFC East, usually teams don't repeat the title. So do you think the Commanders take the title this year?
It's
Because
between- it's
they
between-
usually don't go back to back.
The Eagles
between-
won it last year, right?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Dallas gonna be more competitive than they was last year, bro.
Why?
Yeah.
New coach.
He was
Because
on the
they
team
gonna be
last
healthy.
year.
They gonna be healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, Dallas usually wins games in the regular season.
Yeah,
It's
they
December and January where they fall
So
off.
basically, that was
the
going to
regular
the playoffs, what y'all saying.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah,
them
I
as
see
a
what the
playoff.
playoffs are.
And then,
I wouldn't be surprised.
yeah.
That's the first year they make the playoffs since
Yeah.
Dak been there.
So what we feel about Detroit this year? We went back, re-signed Tim Patrick yesterday. We re-signed
13.
Marcus Davenport.
Who the fuck is he?
Huh?
Who the fuck is he?
Who, Marcus Davenport?
Yes.
He's an edge rusher. Green Bay draft.
Hey.
He went to the Saints. He got drafted by the Saints. He's the older guy. They re-signed Derek
He
Barnes.
don't matter.
And then we went and got DJ Reed from the Jets.
I like
Paid
that.
him a lot less money than what Carlton was wanting. So,
I like that.
That little nigga short.
he is short.
They going to win
But
the
he
division.
plays scrappy.
Yeah.
We should win the division. Shit. I ain't expecting no less.
I see Detroit 13-4, 12-5. I think
Solid.
I think you a little bit more ready for the playoffs when you
Losses.
have more losses. I think the Commanders game, them being down like that, took them for kind of a shock. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they was expecting.
Because we still scored
Yeah.
30,
My nigga.
30-something points in that game.
J-Mo did some
They
pride.
damn near was like content with where they was at because ain't nobody expect them to just.
No,
Had a
I'm
type
not
of
gonna
season.
say they was
I
content.
thought they
Them
should have
niggas
ran the
was-
ball.
They was just hurt.
When they got down like they
Yeah.
did in the beginning, like that, they should have started when Jared Goff came out throwing the ball to the wrong team and shit. They should have got the run in the
They
ball.
doing pick six and shit. I don't know who told him that.
Then Dave was coming off that injury, so they really have him too involved in the
Right.
offense. So.
Yeah, they was hurt.
They was hurt. That's all that was. Jared Goff
So,
just wanted to get the ball to the other team, him and J-Mo. J-Mo did some Why he didn't just run or throw it out of bounds? But I gotta
what do you guys
ask
think
him,
about
man.
that Seattle Seahawks team just kind of blowing up the whole set?
You blew up the whole set just to pay a defensive lineman all that money. Like, that's dumb as hell to me.
Who they pay?
DeMarcus Lawrence. He got a 3-year deal, $42 million,
Yeah.
18 guaranteed.
Yeah,
Was it season 11?
Yeah.
11 or 12.
All right,
It's
so
12. He was in Dallas like 11
to
years.
piggyback off that point, what are you thinking about the little small beef Micah and him had on Twitter going back and forth?
I don't
like what
didn't see
I don't like what DeMarcus Lawrence said
What
about
he say?
that he had never won a Super Bowl in Dallas.
Bro,
But
if
you're
you've
never
been
gonna win
there-
one in Seattle neither, brother.
Right.
But if you've been there 11 years and
You ain't won one.
I ain't saying what he's saying was wrong, but for you to say that and went to Seattle, bro, it's like,
Oh, yeah.
It's like
you
he
saying
not
it like-
justifying
yeah,
it.
it's about to go
It'd have been
win.
different if he's
That
going
was
to
my thing too. Is kind of like that, and then like you say, you start off with the interview because he kind of started the interview is like, I've been in Dallas for 10 years. My family's in Dallas. We love Dallas. This is where we're from, but I could not see myself winning a Super Bowl in Dallas.
So he didn't say I can't see myself. He said I know I'm not.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, he just went for the money.
And then
Because he ain't
Micah-
gonna win in Seattle either.
Then Micah obviously clapped back, said this is jealousy, envy, some clown behavior. Which-
Shoot, Micah don't
That's
even
not what
think
he
he
said.
gonna
He
win
said
one
this
in
is what
Dallas.
rejection looks like.
It's rejection and
Envy.
envy looks
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, he
I'm
didn't
just
say it.
paraphrasing.
Nah,
this.
he do. He probably.
I don't have the
words
exact
is
quote.
not.
It's the same words.
You went from everybody
No, it's
coming
not.
to see
You
you.
said clown shit, clown
The
behavior.
defense
clown
being
shit. It's a difference.
revolved
Talking about
around.
DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yeah, you went from the defense revolved around.
Envy and
you.
jealousy.
Him being that guy and
Yeah,
being
now
the
it's
young
it.
pup.
Now it's
I
Micah being
know,
that
I
guy.
know
They
how
about to
the
pay
exact
Mike.
quote, but
They about to
exactly
break the
quoted
bank
it.
for Micah.
Yeah,
Micah
that's all
finna
I'm
get
saying.
40
Don't
plus
misquote.
mil.
They got to.
Don't misquote.
So it's like, yeah. So it's just like
Micah gonna get that bag.
I feel what Micah saying was probably like two things can be true. What DeMarcus Lawrence said was true. Micah said it could be true. Like
They just. But Marcus ain't defending
He-
himself by going there. Like
he ain't have to say what he said. He could have answered that dude question without bringing Dallas Super
Yeah.
Bowl thing into it.
But this ain't the first time that a player, because Jordan Lewis kind of alluded to the point
And
that
Dalton Schultz
the
did
defense
too.
ain't, well, not the defense, but the team ain't.
Dalton Schultz said it's like a zoo. They said people tapping on the glass while they at practice and shit, trying to get their attention while they practice.
It's a media destination.
Jerry's world.
It's Jerry's world, man.
That's why they
That's
worth
why
the
they
most
not gonna
money.
win until he
Until he
retired.
Or
What the
give
fuck
up.
is up with y'all today?
Y'all,
You just
I
said
thought that's
until
what
he
you was
croak.
about to say.
I
That's,
said retire.
he ain't gonna retire.
He
That
ain't
is his
retiring.
retirement.
He ain't retiring. I'll tell you
We
that
said
now.
the same thing basically.
No, we didn't.
He ain't retiring. I know that.
I didn't say that. That's
That man he gonna stay there to the last leg.
Him and Mike Brown gonna run their franchises right into the ground.
Rams gonna pick up Devontae Adams.
I can't even defend him. Like he
Hey, nobody can defend Mike Brown.
I don't understand.
I don't even think he competent no more.
Right though, like I don't be understanding their
It
decision.
doesn't.
Like,
His daughter kind of runs most of the operations now, right?
she's supposed to.
His daughter.
Yeah,
Y'all ain't
She's
winning
supposed
shit.
to take the.
she's been doing it for before Burrow. It's
really Duke Tobin.
That explains why they got the
Because
first pick.
They got the trust in
Duke-
Duke Tobin to where he really running it. Not
Duke
running
Tobin?
it.
Dude,
The-
that's
the
the
GM.
Who?
The
Duke
Bengals.
Tobin.
What's his name?
Duke
Duke
Tobin.
Tobin.
Never heard of him. He ain't doing too much of nothing.
Like that's what I'm saying. He don't be doing nothing. It's like
Because
he
what
just
was
come
it
to work.
the year
He signed
after?
Jamar
What was the
Chase.
year after Burrow is when they spent all that money,
Appreciate you, brother.
and then they really haven't
Appreciate
spent
you,
too
brother.
much since.
I can't. You drafted all three of them niggas. Appreciate you, brother. You knew what you was doing in the draft, bro.
on the draft. But
Williams don't know how to retain.
It's
him.
always been like that.
Retain
Eagles ain't never
maintain.
retained players.
yeah,
I
that
don't
is
think
true.
it's him though. That shit
That was
above him.
before Duke
Who-
Tobin was a GM. That's a
Why
Bengal
who
thing.
above him? It's the only
Mike
person above.
Brown, nigga.
Yeah, it's
But
a
he
Bengal thing why
ain't-
they don't retain players. It ain't a Duke Tobin. It's a Bengal thing.
If you think it's really up to Duke,
I ain't saying that it's up to Duke Tobin. I'm saying that they give him that power.
That's what they want you to believe. Mike Brown is controlling.
But you got to think
everything.
about it. Bengals have always pissed off players.
Same thing with
Bengals
Jerry.
pissed
Dallas
off Corey
got
Dillon.
GMs and shit. Don't
Bengals
nothing
pissed
happen
off
unless
Justin
Jerry say
Smith.
so.
Bengals
Corey
pissed.
Dillon.
Bengals
Carson
pissed off
Palmer.
Carson Palmer. Bengals didn't pay Jonathan Joseph. They'd rather keep Leon Hall off of the torn Achilles. There's so many.
Leon Hall was good though.
Yeah,
He's
he
coming off the
was.
torn Achilles, and Jonathan Joseph was obviously the better retainment.
He was.
Leon Hall.
There's so many players
29.
that you
Talking
could go.
about my Bengals be stressful, bro.
They do.
I only like
Especially
talking about them when the
Like the
Bengals
latest
start- when
one,
the season
Jesse
start.
Bates.
Let him go.
Let him go.
I was saying we should have traded him
Yeah.
for Quentin Nelson. That's what I was saying. We wouldn't trade
To
him
get
for
something back, but you
They
most
just
of
be
the time
like,
you let him
whatever.
out the door, you don't even get anything back.
I
Most
said-
teams, at least
I
they
said
trade
Jesse,
him.
Jesse Bates in the second for Quentin Nelson. We ought to took that for sure.
Man. So what do you think about the Rams team? You think they should have maybe just keep Cooper instead of going get Devontae?
I mean, it's really just a trade. You just swapped them out. That's how I feel on that one.
That's an upgrade.
How y'all feel about them running it back?
Who?
The Rams.
To the Super
They were
Bowl?
one game off of the NFC Championship.
I like the Verse dude, Jared Verse.
The lineman, D
He a
lineman.
game changer, bro.
Yeah, he definitely is. I guess they could.
They went and got Poona Ford too. They gave him a 3-year deal.
I just
29.
know Devontae hungry. He want a ring.
Devontae 2-year deal worth $46 million, $26 million guaranteed.
Oh, he already got 4. My
I
bad.
don't know if Devontae gonna get a ring. I mean, I
Or
like
is it 3? He got
Stafford. One of them. If I was a QB coach, right? Stafford is one of the quarterbacks I'd turn on, like turn his tape on and show a young dude, like, bro, like.
That nigga, man,
He
Stafford.
definitely
cold,
technically
bro,
sound
like-
too.
Hey, you remember when y'all was in the Super Bowl and Matt Stafford was in it and it was like 3rd down? He threw that no-look
Hey,
pass to
real,
Cooper
bro.
Kupp, bro, and they won a game.
He got
drive.
he got a million other plays.
Yeah. Like, nigga, what?
I just remember that no-look in the Super Bowl.
Let's all be honest. If Odell don't get hurt, he wins Super Bowl MVP.
Mike,
We was there.
The game not even close if Odell don't get it.
that ain't got nothing to do with what he just said.
Right.
He
Nah,
said
man,
something. You
I
was
can't
gonna ask you
disrespect
to
the
fire.
hometown team, man. At least I try not to.
That was a good play, though. He threw that no-look.
But nah, Stafford cold, bro. He's a winner.
He been doing
Even
that
when he was in
no-look.
Detroit, even though he was losing, he was a
He had
winner,
that
bro.
mentality.
Hey, every
Man, they
receiver
down.
that broke the record, he was their quarterback.
Facts.
What's he got? Was it 2 Triple Crown receivers he had thrown to?
Was
Something
it?
like that.
Calvin Johnson
Megatron
and
and
Cooper.
Coop.
Yeah. It's like, damn.
He ain't better than Burrow.
You think Jamar runs back to Triple Crown?
No, that's hard to do, bro.
Yeah.
But
How
then
many
again,
times
he
did Jerry
could.
do it? Not comparing it to. How many times did Jerry do it? Like 3 times?
In a row,
I
Not
don't
in a
think
row. I don't
it
think
was
it was in a row.
consecutive either. Yeah.
I don't know.
He did a couple times.
I think Jamar Chase got
I
that.
don't know.
Now he
Shot
probably
was-
on to something. All right, I got this. He probably checked that off. Like
I
wanna
feel
win a
like-
Triple Crown. I don't think he got. I want to win a Triple Crown more than one time on this thing, on this list of stuff.
Like he don't care no more for real.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I
Do
think
you, do you have Triple Crown like as like immediate?
Accolade
Yeah.
or
Yeah, I would.
Like I'm talking about like in your head. Like obviously you want as
As a
many stats
receiver,
you
hell
want.
yeah.
yeah, receiver. But I think he performed like
Got
that
that
so
in
he
your
could
head
get
as a
paid.
receiver because if you win a Triple Crown, you automatically first team All Pro.
Yeah,
That's true.
So you gotta have that in your head.
he
as a
did
receiver.
that to get paid.
Nah, he did that because that's just what
Well,
he
they
do.
could have
I
just.
mean, that's what he. But I'm just saying.
They
I
coulda
know
just
in
gave
his
him
head, I'm
35.
about the ball. They gonna
Nah,
pay
he
me
said
next
that
year.
on I Am Athlete. They asked him like he was like I want to win a Triple Crown. He
Yeah, I
said
think
that.
it was
He
a
said
goal
that
thing.
before last
Nah,
season.
he
I
needed-
think it was the
he needed to
season
get Super
before
Bowl.
last.
on that list. he
You said what?
said he needed to put Super Bowl on that list before Triple Crown.
Oh well, you go ahead and write that off right now.
He was one pass
Unless
away.
Pat get like sick or something for a whole season or he don't play.
You act like they just invincible, bruh.
Well, they did just go to like 3 Super Bowls in a row. They've been to 7 straight AFC championships.
You got any more accolades you want to drop, bro?
I'm gonna just leave it there for now.
And how many Super Bowls?
Hey, you want me to
How many
say
Super
you
Bowls
time?
does he has? He has 3.
out
rings.
of that?
He got 3.
Alright,
Oh,
so,
2.
which
and
means that they
almost
not
won 3 in a row.
invincible.
You
He
said
done
what?
lost Super Bowls.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Yes, he has. But he's won more than he's lost.
Yeah, all right.
And he's won more than y'all.
And he's not a top 5 paid quarterback either. I don't even think he's top 10.
Anymore.
Think
He
about it.
ain't been top 5.
He been to
They
more
had to
Super Bowls.
restructure
He
his
been to
deal.
more. He lost more Super Bowls. He lost the same amount of Super Bowls y'all franchise been to. The Bengals been to 2 Super Bowls, haven't they?
3.
3. Oh, I'm sorry. He's won as many as y'all been to. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He's won as many as y'all
Bengal
mentioned.
hate, man.
There's always
That's not Bengal hate. You just
He
said.
wait till I come over here to go.
Hey man, I'm gonna say. All right,
If you wasn't supposed to be here,
all right. Tennessee Titans got first pick of the draft. If you guys are
they're gonna have
Tennessee
it again
GM,
next year too.
if y'all Tennessee's GM, who y'all picking? You pick Abdul, you picking Travis, or you getting a quarterback?
First of all, Abdul, who the fuck? No, hell no. If you ain't getting Travis Hunter and one of them quarterbacks, you a fool. Me, I'm getting a quarterback.
What's Abdul Carter gonna do for them? Like,
Yeah.
but get him the first pick again. Let's say with the first pick again.
Facts. What is he gonna do for them besides get him the first pick again?
He might get about 10 sacks.
And they still
Rookie,
don't have a first
defensive
pick.
rookie of the
Still
year.
had a first
Still
pick.
don't have a first
Defensive
pick.
rookie of the year.
Nah,
Still don't have
they
a
got
first
it. They
pick.
need a major shift, so they definitely need one of them
And they
quarterbacks.
still had the first pick.
So which quarterback, bro?
For
You
real,
said
it don't matter
quarterback.
who they get, they still might. Not do
Bro, I
that.
just like the Shador and Cam Ward thing with me. Like Cam Ward cold. Man.
He cold.
I don't feel like
the ball over
I don't
too
feel
much.
like the gap between them is so small, bro. But it's just like I just like Shador just mental makeup, bro. Just like
Dude got it, bro.
So you want to pick Shador?
They don't want him to have it because how his daddy was, and he act like
you want your quarterback to feel like that though. Like he the hottest shit
That's how
ever.
Cam feels
I
too.
mean, that drop technically dropped. That's what that type of mentality dropped Aaron Rodgers 20 picks in his draft.
Well, Aaron Rodgers also only has one Super Bowl
But no, yeah, I don't know.
and too many MVPs.
Okay.
I just like Shador just confidence. Like I know I'm that.
A little
Like
bit
you feel me?
overrated.
I know I'm that,
He is.
and I'm gonna show you I'm that.
So he the best QB coming out.
Yeah.
To give you some little depth, they went and paid a really good O lineman, Dan Moore,
Who did?
the Titans. So they went and got a few O linemen. One's a really good O lineman. They got a couple guys on defense. They got Cody Barton from Denver, signed him on a 3-year deal, and they had one wide receiver pick up Van Jefferson. So that's kind of what they did this offseason so far.
Tell you.
You got to get a quarterback. It's a quarterback's league. Travis Hunter is the best player in the draft, but team they need a quarterback more than they need Travis.
So where y'all think Travis gonna fall?
And he ain't going outside the top 3.
All right. Speaking
So
of that,
what's
Cleveland's
top
number 2.
5?
Cleveland's 2 pick.
You got to go quarterback.
So
Well, no, you don't
did we as a group have Travis going to Tennessee 1? So he's off the board now.
Travis,
I said-
don't think
Or,
they
well, you
going
said quarterback.
I
So
said quarterback too.
So
Say
two.
one of the two.
Shador or Cam.
Top 3 spot. Either go quarterback or Travis.
all right, so
That's
Cleveland.
literally it. It's got to be one of them.
So
quarterbacks
Cleveland's
to go.
number 2. Obviously, Myles Garrett decided to stay. He got that bag
For now.
for now.
He gonna manage.
So what did Cleveland do at 2? They went and traded for Kenny Pickett, and you got Deshaun Watson. on the
Bro,
roster.
it's certain stuff you just ain't got to bro.
I mean, it's what happened.
Kenny Pickett, bro.
That's what happened. That's what they did.
But we don't need, that's not game
And they on the
changer.
talk with Russell though, right?
They talked to
Wilson.
Russell, on Thursday.
They might as well draft a quarterback then if they're going to bring him in there.
So their offseason so far, they traded Kenny Pickett for Kenny Pickett. They got rid of Dorian
They
Thompson
traded
Robinson.
Kenny Pickett for Kenny Pickett.
I said they traded
You said they
for
traded.
Kenny Pickett,
That's not what you just said.
and they traded away Dorian Thompson Robinson.
What he say, Keith?
You ain't say that, bro.
Oh,
We know
okay,
what you
my
meant.
You know what I meant.
Because I was like, wait a minute, where Kenny Pickett going, man? It fucked me up.
Myles Garrett obviously got the 4-year deal. He's getting paid.
Why
He's
they
getting
get
that
Kenny
bag.
Pickett, though? Like,
And that's really
Be needing somebody to take up a roster spot.
they went in and got a defensive lineman and got some edge rush help, and that's about it. That's what the Browns
Defense ain't
done.
never been a problem for Cleveland.
Yeah,
So,
it's been like that for a few seasons now.
what y'all think?
yes, sir.
So what do you do if you're the Browns? You pick 2. Let's just say Travis is off the board.
Shador or Cam, whichever one.
If I'm the Browns,
On the Browns, I'm
Myles Garrett obviously had
Cam
conversations.
Cam Ward. I
Cam
don't
Ward.
want my nigga Shador to go to Cleveland.
I feel that way too. But it's just like
I don't want my nigga.
I just feel like
Cam
Cam
Would be a better fit for
Cam
them.
Ward would be a better fit just because of his makeup and his moxie. Like I just feel like he a little bit more rough
You
around
probably
the
be better
edges.
for that town
Yeah,
for Cleveland.
he fit the
My nigga My nigga Shador need to be somewhere like Vegas,
Dallas.
New York,
New York.
Dallas.
Speaking of
New
New York,
York.
Big market. My boy
speaking
need
of
to
New
be in a
York,
big
they
market.
come
New
in
York
number
third.
3 pick, New York Giants. So
it's
Travis is off the board. Cam's off the board.
Shador.
That's probably how it's gonna go for real.
You know who I like though in the draft? Quarterback. Boy from Ole Miss.
Jackson
Dart.
Dart.
Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
I like him.
He got them hoes too. My bad.
New York Giants pickups.
My bad, y'all.
They gave Darius Slayton a 3-year deal, $36 million.
There is Slayton.
Yeah, they gave him a 3-year deal. They
You look at
re-signed
his
him.
stats.
Huh?
You look at his stats.
I know he has like those. Oh yeah,
They about the same as mine.
yeah. And they.
You heard what I said, right?
Yeah, I heard what you said. Hey, when they got Johnson Golston, Johnson Golston gave him a 3-year deal.
Who?
He's an edge rusher.
Man, they signing niggas off the couch, bro. You keep that.
They gave Paulson Debu. I can't say his name.
But you ain't said one name we know besides Kenny Pickett. Out of
He's
all
a
these
D-back. He
teams.
played for the Saints.
Who?
Paulson Debu. 3-year deal, $54 million contract.
Oh no, he
$36
good.
million
He was
guaranteed.
like, what number was
Yeah.
it? Number.
I forget his number, but he played for the
good.
Saints. He's good.
He good.
So that was their bigger pickups this offseason, the Giants. So the O-line, they've been trying to draft O-line the
Watch out
past
for that young boy
few
up there.
years. It just ain't been hitting.
They got a potential triple crown winner.
Who?
Giants.
Malik Neighbors.
Yeah, he nice.
So if you're the Giants, do you sign Russell and draft Shador?
Russell who?
Russell.
I'm just asking.
Hey, bro,
You said the
that
Giants
nigga
had
need
that?
to be at home.
Because I mean, you called him, he interviewed,
Y'all
and
know
they
who
like
signing some insane contracts? These little league niggas.
You ain't lying. NIL is off the chain.
changing the game.
Yeah. I know I would have had me a couple thousand back when I was playing.
What little
She
league right
probably
now?
would have
That
had
was
some.
tough. I would have had. High school,
Well.
I would have been so easy in high school. I would have just took a Raising Cane's little NIL. Just give me free
Yeah.
canes for the whole season. I'm good.
I don't know. I don't,
Lace the team with free canes for the
I
season.
don't,
We
I don't,
good.
I don't like little league right now though.
why not? What's
It's
your
not-
gripe?
It's not ran.
Bro,
Right.
I don't feel like it's about. Let me not say this. Every organization is like this, but
Most
the masses,
The
bro, it's
masses.
not about the kids, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like they be living vicariously through the kids. Like, then I be looking at these little league coaches on Facebook. I ain't gonna say no names, but y'all know exactly who y'all is.
I
bro.
know who y'all is.
You ain't never played it down in high school, middle school, or nothing. So
None of that.
how are you gonna teach my
I'm
son
gonna
the
let you
game?
know. If you never played varsity or was a varsity starter, my son will never play for you when I have one. If the Lord decides to bless me with a son.
If I have a son, bro, he's gonna play for me at that point. I just feel like that's like they not like.
My help can be hiring
That's
people
not
who never
authentic.
played.
It's not
football.
authentic. It's like, bro, like, what are you doing it for?
He said my.
They do be hiring people who never played varsity.
Like, bro, like, even that, yeah, like that, like, bro, like, you can't even teach my kid like how to beat a cover two.
Okay.
They don't know.
Teach my son how to throw a whole shot on cover two. What's a cover three beater? Like, you feel me? Like stuff like that, bro. In Little League, you don't teach stuff like that, but still, like,
Some.
even if my son like had the mental capacity to learn that, you couldn't even teach him that, like how to correctly tackle somebody, how to
That's
wrap
what I was
up,
about to say.
how
They
to wrap
ain't
up, how to
teaching
be
that.
safe and all that, like and stuff
How to
like that.
protect yourself when you get hit or when you fall or
Niggas
something.
play D line
Then
and
it's
they
like,
offensive coordinator.
oh, what we finna do? Knock a nigga shit. Man, we was not saying shit like
Boy.
that.
I ain't gonna lie. They know we was.
We was.
My little league coach.
But it wasn't like how we had probably like one or two chance where you
Nah,
say
my coach told
one.
us, I swear, coach, I ain't gonna put you out there. He was our head coach. Anybody who was on my team or played against, y'all knew who our head coach was. He told us we gotta knock their dick in the dirt. That's what he told us.
Well, was y'all repeating?
Was
it?
y'all saying that?
Well, we said it to
Walking
him.
out the tunnel like we about to knock y'all
Because
in
you
the
refer
dirt.
to those
First of
videos.
all, that ain't a chance. Like,
Right.
Not niggas should lose something with that. You can't say the other one. You just can't walk down.
What happened to we some head busters?
Yeah.
What happened to that? You
I don't
feel
say
me?
that no more.
You do see these little
I remember when-
videos
I
where
like
they
when we
be
used to
having the
blow
boom
teams
box
out.
and
You know what my
everything. They
favorite
be
shit
like,
was?
They be mic'd
yeah,
up
they be
now.
mic'd up.
I used to be watching the cheerleaders. You know when you blow a team out, they take the starters out and they be boom,
Yeah, I
boom,
used to
shake.
be at the cheerleaders too. I ain't gonna lie.
She break
They
the
keep,
games
so you
down
say it
for
right
the-
now,
I used to love when they
if
break
times
it down for the Hawks.
are the way they are now, back then you wouldn't have been on the same shit. You would have been that little kid that would have been feeling yourself
I
to
felt
the extent.
No, Diddy, I felt myself back then, bro.
Keith was that nigga.
Yeah, you was.
I felt myself back then, but it was just
You
like
would have been walking out with the boom box.
I had a
That's
parent.
with the chance.
I had a parent though when I came home that put me back in my place. Like let me know, like all right, you feel me? And it was just like I feel like the parents of these kids now is like my sister, for example, my nephew, 4 years old. It's like she wanted me to train him. So I'm like, bro, when I was 4 years old, I wasn't getting trained.
Just playing
I
outside.
was just playing outside, bro. I was like, my parents let me come home and be a kid. I wasn't leaving football practice to go with a personal trainer, bro. I was coming home, eating a Debbie snack, playing the game, and going to sleep. You get what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't on the. I didn't have no strict diet or anything.
They're gonna take
bro,
away
like,
the joy of the
by
game.
the time he get into high school, he gonna be burnt out. Let him play something else. Let him go. You feel me? You don't need no trainer, bro. Like, I didn't touch no weights till I got into middle school, bro. And I really wouldn't even touch a weights like that.
Now they got kids.
I ain't lift till I
weightlifting and everything.
You ain't even supposed to
We
lift
played on the
weights.
same team. I ain't lift shit till I got to college. Only workouts I did was leg workout. What Boo now say? This is God given, baby. But I ain't felt like that though. But I just used to be like, I'm only doing stuff that's gonna get me. I'm doing legs. Anything that's gonna get me faster, I'll do it.
Yeah,
Bench press, I'm not putting that heavy ass
I
ball.
don't like the state of high school from little league up to I don't like the state of that period. Like for example, with Mount Healthy, like how you just gonna leave Mount Healthy? You ain't do shit there. And then you about to go to Colerain and take them back to being ranked in the nation again, bro. Like, come on, dog.
Are you talking about the coach?
Yeah, come on, bro.
I'm gonna keep my comments to myself.
You feel me? Like I just thought I don't like how he did the school and the rumors I hear about the trying to take down the records.
that
You know,
either.
I don't like that, bro. It's just like what
trying to erase the history.
what is y'all end goal? Like a good head coach to me is leaving Colerain and going to Lakota West and turning that into the new Colerain. You get what I'm saying? Like
Right.
shit like that. Crouch going to Hamilton and you feel me? You get what I'm saying? Like
Doing what he doing.
that's coaching football, bro. I don't like a lot of these.
Shit, even Crouch coming to Mount
Healthy,
Healthy
doing that.
when he
Yeah.
came and
Yeah.
built it up
Yeah.
like it is.
Or
Well,
just-
like it was, I guess.
Like these CPS schools, y'all never gonna be nothing in football and stuff like that because.
Hold on. Tyler got tagged rolling.
Oh wait! I ain't gonna let me finish.
I was about to say.
Y'all never gonna be nothing because y'all want to go pick y'all fan favorite that went to y'all school instead of going to pick an actual coach. Taft went and got somebody that had like that's his bloodline. You feel me? You want somebody that lives. That's all he do is that's what he bleed is football. Like
You know what's crazy? Colerain had the chance to get him before he went to Taft.
Nah,
But
he-
they ain't want to let him run it how he wanted to, so he ain't want the job.
we talk about that off camera. You feel me? I'll tell you about that off camera. But tell you about that off camera. I just don't like. I just wish, bro, like back into the times where we used to develop young men, bro. Like you feel me? I just feel like the game that I love, bro.
It's
Like
definitely changed.
it's different now. It's just like y'all with all this stuff. I love the NIL for the kids and stuff like that, but I just feel like
So Ohio, we don't let NIL right in high school.
Not yet.
Not yet.
and I like that. You feel me? I feel like we produce some of the best football.
Yeah.
We produce some of the more consistent recruits. Like we don't have kids that go in and flame out.
Right.
Like all these other like no knock on any other state, but it's just like Florida got a lot of kids just because you fast, they end up flaming out because you really wasn't. You're just fast, but you're not a football
They
player.
wasn't
Like,
building
Jeremiah
them.
Smith.
They wasn't developing their football.
Unless you
he's an alien.
That's a
Who you
man.
talking about?
Jeremiah, he's an
Jeremiah.
Oh yeah,
alien.
he
No, he
different.
played for the
But
Bucks.
I don't know. I just
He different.
National champion.
the game I love, the game that I fell in love with, bro. Like
It's not
changing.
the same.
it was we love the grind, bro. Like you feel me? Like nah, he not
Going
better
to
than me.
practice.
You feel me? Like bro, like
Hitting.
we wasn't ducking no smoke.
We used to be in
Come on,
practice
bro,
trying to
like-
real live.
But the Buckeye League, when we was in Little League, bro,
Oh, the
you got
Buckeye League
everybody
was
in the same.
stretching.
You couldn't duck nothing.
Nothing.
If you
Like,
ain't lead a
couldn't-
buck, if you had a game in the Buckeye League and you ain't lead a game with a headache, you
Bro,
wasn't
come
that
on,
one.
bro, you couldn't duck nothing. Like you feel me? Like,
We used to realize be out there trying to kill each
and
other.
only reason I left the Buckeye League to go play for Finneytown was because like it was just my team was just overly congested with just talent, bro. He getting 7, he getting 6, he getting 2. Damn, why can't I just get a smooth 12? And you feel me? Like
Be cool.
12. So that's why I left.
Big fish, small pond.
That's why I left to go play for Finneytown. I was
wanted the
bro,
ball
I
more.
wanted to, you feel me? Like, all right, I love football, but me doing this is make me not like
Not like
the
it.
shit no more. And I don't know.
They definitely take.
Then a
away
lot
the
of y'all
love.
parents, your kid sucks, bro. You know that. Your kid sucks, bro. Either you take him home and you do something with him, bro, or get him off the field.
It ain't even that though.
That's not even fair. That's
But
not fair to him.
But it was people that wasn't good when we played too. It's just not lying to your kid for real,
bro. Like,
cause you feel me. You still want the kid that ain't that good to be a part of the team.
I was coaching basketball, right? I had parents texting my phone about their kids playing time. Like, you know your kid sorry.
But you just want to see your kid do good, man.
Dude, how the fuck you gonna do good if you ain't good, Mike?
Some people just ain't got it, bro.
Some parents understand. I didn't see some parents understand their kid don't even play, but they know why.
But no,
they know.
Okay, say, knock on wood, I'm blessed with a child and they want to play a sport because they love it, but they're not the best at it. I would come to the coach like that, like, hey, I know my son ain't the best, but he really just want to be a part of the team because he really loves it. So can he get a few plays here and there?
Right.
Like, I'm not going to be like, my son or my daughter should be playing. They the best on the team. When I clearly see Lil Man over there the best on the team. I'm not finna say, like...
Don't come to me like, yeah, can he get some carries? No, I'm going to put him out. I'm going to see how he do on kickoff. We're going to put him on kickoff, bro.
But that's another thing.
And you can be my crash dummy out there. You can find your role, bro.
How do you feel about... See, I don't like daddy ball. Like, when I played on my team, all the other teams in the organization did, but on my team in Hilltop, we had we had two coaches on the team whose son played on the team. One of them, he played fullback, but he did get to wear number 1. I was kind of upset about that. And then the other one, he was our center. So we ain't really have no daddy ball on my team, but how do you feel about, like, there is a situation where, okay, say I'm the coach of my son playing, I got my son playing quarterback, but your son is really better than my son at quarterback, but I want my son to play quarterback. How do you feel about that? Like, sometimes some kids really do be better and they don't be getting the opportunity because of daddy ball.
I'm
just saying in general,
because that's what I say.
It don't matter if it don't matter if he better, he better.
But when you kids like little league,
don't matter. He the best player.
You gotta work on.
No, I don't want to hear that. If your son is the quarterback because you the coach, but my son is really the best option for quarterback, ain't no you got to work him. Your son play quarterback because you the coach.
Always need 2 quarterbacks.
That's fine.
Your son shouldn't be a quarterback.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So who?
The one who's better should be.
And I'm saying if something happened, then
he's
what?
Not getting the opportunity because he's not the coach's son.
In Little League,
daddy ball be ruining a lot.
In Little League, I would feel some kind of way. Cause like me as a parent, like, what are you doing?
What's the goal?
What's the end goal here? Are we trying to win games, or you feel me? You want your son to feel good about himself. What are we doing here? But in Little League, it's like, all right, all we doing is turn around and handing that bitch off anyway. So it's just
that's why I asked what.
So it's just like, all right. Nowadays,
they throwing that bitch.
Nowadays,
I
it's
went to like 11 and 12.
Yeah, they
throwing that
bitch. That's JV.
But like,
11 and 12, that's JV.
But like,
I heard the quarterback say, "Let's fucking go." I said, "Whoa,
that's cool." But it's like, all right, if you want your son to play quarterback, that's cool. Just make sure he getting the ball to my boy.
Right.
You feel me? If he make sure he getting the ball to him. If this is what we gonna do, I need both of them. You feel me?
But that can hinder development and reps as well for the
not
kid.
Not in Little League.
If you say it now, but like in like middle school, high school.
That's now we got
you
problems.
Playing with people's futures.
Development.
I feel like I said just reps, like getting play time. Like if you know this kid's better, but you start your son anyways, you're hindering that kid from potentially better himself getting the reps.
No, because he's still gonna get off and show why he's the best on the team.
See what the quarterback thing is?
It's hard for that.
I can take you off the field.
Nasty ass pass.
And personally like train you on quarterback and put you in the film and watch this. All right, what would you do out here? What throw would you make? All right, and this I'm gonna show you a play. What throw? What read would you have made? You feel me? We can talk about progressions and all that. And by the time you get into middle school and high school, you feel me? You mentally there because playing quarterback is really a mental game, bro. Like you feel me? If you ain't got this, you ain't got this. You get what I'm saying? But like, it's all up here. So it's just like I don't know. Daddy ball. As long as it ain't in high school, I ain't really got a problem with it. Like you feel me? All right.
Like Bowden. He's one of the best coaches in Ohio ever, though, so he got the right.
That's the thing that's not even just in football. That happens in all sports.
And his sons didn't start playing quarterback till later on, till he got to West. His other sons was playing linebackers. Like, you want your son to go out there and be a crash dummy? Go ahead. Go ahead, let him go do that. You feel me? They was cold too. One son went to Michigan. You feel me?
So there you go.
But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like at the end of the day with the state of football, I just want coaches to do what's best for the kids. Like, you ain't gotta send every kid D1 neither, bro. Just make sure they all get into school. It's not hard to get your kids. It's not hard to get the kids into school, bro.
But like you said, a lot of the coaches didn't play or wasn't good. You feel me?
Or you don't know how to talk to
or they don't know how to teach.
Or you've never been in a locker room, so when you get around these kids and they got all these different mentalities, but you don't know how to handle it and manage.
Instead of being an adult in the room, you trying to be the
some
friend.
Some people not a leader of men.
And that's
what your coach supposed to be. You got to be a leader of men.
But your coach ain't never led nobody.
So how you gonna lead? So that's what just fall back to these people that they don't have no training or nothing. Yeah. And they trying to teach. How you gonna teach something you don't know?
And with the ADs in high school too, it's just like, what's your background?
It's a buddy.
What's your background?
It's all about who you know.
It's like, what's your background? Like, come on now, you ain't never like.
You could be an AD just because you graduated school with sports with a sports degree.
My thing is like, what are you doing for the kids too? Like, all right, maybe the coach ain't getting the recruits is, but sometimes them ADs be having more pull than the coaches got with them college coaches, bro. They gotta contact you somehow.
Right. My recruiting on myself.
That's what So it's just like that'd be my thing. We gotta just start doing more for the kids. Like, bro, with the state of the world now, we need this education, bro. You can get your kid. You can get them you might not be able to get them a free education, but you can get them in school to do what they like. They're more willing to go to school than in school doing something that they love doing. So it's just like, and you still got that structure when you go to college. Now somebody. In college, if you ain't playing football, ain't nobody forcing you to go to class. You ain't got to check in with nobody about no class. So you got your kid in college playing football. So it's just like, not only he ain't going to the NFL, but you gonna leave. He gonna come out with a 4-year degree. You feel me? Be able to
ain't nothing wrong with that either.
Nothing wrong with that at all. That's the goal. Shit. Is to be the best young man possible. So it just be like, I don't know. That's why I'm saying I couldn't go back and coach right now because I just don't like the state of the game. I would love to go back to my alma mater and coach. But it just like
I was there.
It would have to be.
If you was the coach, you would have to have a position of power.
I won't say I have to have a position of power. Me and whoever got the position of power got to be on the same frequency and same. Like, you feel me?
So what y'all think about this Luka situation? Lakers gonna get one?
I mean, I think this year and next year gonna be their best chance.
Will they go or will they get one?
Will they get a ring with Luka and Bron?
It depends on who they get from the East.
They not beating Boston.
It depends on who they get. It depends on who they get. The East matchup in the finals.
I don't think it's no.
Who y'all think going from the
Boston.
East? Boston.
There's no team in the NBA that can beat them 4 times in a 2 weeks.
Cleveland, the best. Cleveland got everything though. Like, they the most impressive team to me this year. But they got anything like you want. They can, bro. They got it. Like, but Boston, if they hitting shots, bro, nobody's beating them.
Darius Garland is banned for life.
What about the Thunder then?
Ain't nobody fears them.
Yeah, nobody's scared.
Why?
They doing what they did last year.
Scared? Who you scared of besides Shaq?
They lost in the second round.
When is Jalen
first or second?
Jalen Williams, I think I don't know. Like,
even when he playing, it's just like
they lost in the first or second round last year.
For the Thunder to do something, bro, Jalen Williams gonna have to go super
crazy.
I thought they lost.
Him and one other person gonna have to show up 4 games. You're gonna show up 4 times. Like,
it's supposed to be Chet.
Then you got to play Bron and Luka. You know, we know as former athletes and stuff. When them lights come on, bro, people start to acting a little different sometimes. For me, for the worst though. You feel me? Start acting a little different, like. But
oh yeah, they swept New Orleans last year. They played New Orleans.
NBA exciting though. I just feel like this is the boring spot of the NBA after All-Star break. You waiting for the playoffs.
So it's gonna pick back up right after March Madness. Then it's gonna be NBA.
It's crazy how the media work. How they set all that shit up so everything just makes sense. Then right after March Madness, you got opening day and the baseball starting up. So it just like
it just flows.
You want to start going down.
And then you got the draft.
Yeah.
Come right back.
That's what sports is.
Not even that. Then you got that. Then you feel me? Baseball league right in the football.
Yep. Right in the football. Best time of year.
Summer.
Right before football.
Ain't nothing to watch in the summer though.
You can watch the UFL, man, if you wanted to.
I'm watching the UFL this year.
I'll
Shout out Lonnie
watch-
Phillips.
Yeah, that's all I'm about to say. I'll watch it.
If it's a football
Say
game,
UFL and
watch.
MLB is what I'm usually watching during the
Right,
summer.
I don't care if it's a little Giants. Goddamn it, I'm
I'll
gonna
be
watch.
watching. I'll be
I
watching.
just can't watch the Little League
Canadian
World Series.
You said what?
That'd be the only thing on in the summer. The Little League
It's
World
actually
Series.
not that bad.
bro.
It do be
It
fire,
like him.
but it's all. But that's literally
Especially
the
when
only thing.
I tried out for the Hamilton team when I was little. I ain't make the
I
team.
remember that.
I ain't make the team, but like I tried out for the Hamilton team one time. I made the final cuts and stuff. But
Hamilton. What Hamilton?
like when the Little League World
Little
Series,
League
our
World
team,
Series.
the team be coming out of Hamilton most of the time when they go to Little. When Ohio make it to be out of
Hamilton
Hamilton for
team.
real.
I remember that. Dang. That's forever ago. Boy.
Well,
That LV jacket.
Who y'all got winning the March Madness tournament? Whole thing.
It's too soon.
Come on, I'm
to
too
tell.
biased, bro. You know.
I
who
But
I am.
I'm going with the. You know who I'm going with.
Come on now.
who?
Dude.
Come on now.
Who you got, Tuck?
You can't
Just-
be crazies, man.
Cameron crazy. Cooper,
have to
number
go
one
with
pick in the draft, man.
I don't
Go
know.
with Duke,
I don't. If I was Coop, I wouldn't play no more.
Yeah, I proved what I
Draft me.
You know he want that natty.
Fuck that.
Fuck that. Like Real said,
Fuck that. That was a sprain. I got lucky.
I'm gonna wish y'all boys the best. Y'all get that ring. Just make sure y'all feel me, expedited.
Send it in the mail.
Cause who gonna have the first? I don't even know who got the first pick for the
Bro, the
draft.
Spurs gonna.
It's probably gonna be the Spurs. I think that's who had the better odds.
And
It was either Spurs or the Pelicans. I thought.
see,
had
it's
the
a
best
draft. It's a
odds.
draft lottery. It don't go in the field. It's
Yeah,
guaranteed.
nah.
Like
But
Well, Jordan Marshall-
the lower you finished in the standings, you got
higher chance.
you got a higher chance. Like I think you get
Talking
more
about for the NBA.
the lottery.
Yeah, you get more like raffle things in the
Ping
little
pong.
papers or whatever. Yeah, ping pong.
It would be
Get
bad.
Luke out the game, please.
Yeah, fact.
Y'all stress me the hell
I feel
out.
like the Spurs.
Right.
I feel like the Spurs will be a pretty decent fit for Coop.
That's cheating, bro.
Nice young
Yeah, I was
team.
about to say
Him,
that's cheating.
Steven
Yeah, nice young
Castle,
team.
D Fox,
It's too much.
Wemby
over there.
Young,
He
bro.
need to- He need to go somewhere else.
they gonna be wicked.
It's too much.
They all average 20 a game.
But he played defense though. So
Oh, Wemby.
nah.
Nah,
Cooper Wemby played defense, but Cooper Flag played
Cooper, you
defense.
can play defense.
He leading Duke in every stat.
Every statistic.
He like that.
That's what happened. You like that?
Bro, I try to
Is he
tell
gonna be good in the NBA, Mike?
you.
Cooper
See,
Flag.
Yeah.
you ain't hear anybody during the
No. I'm
Look
just
at-
no. I'm just. Is he gonna
Mike.
be good?
I think he's gonna be good. Even though
Why you ain't think Jason Tatum's gonna be good?
Oh, yeah,
I know. It's not that I didn't think he was gonna be good. I didn't want. I didn't want him to leave Duke.
was so
I didn't want him to leave Duke because
was
I'm a
sorry,
Duke
man.
fan. I didn't want him to
Say,
leave
why
Duke.
wouldn't you think
Nah,
that?
it
Because he
wasn't
was
that.
going where he was supposed to
Yeah.
go. Mike gonna say, "Oh, he's not gonna be good. He's not gonna."
Say
Da,
it.
da, da, da. He needs
I didn't
to.
want him to leave.
They had a good view of that.
I didn't want him to leave.
That motherfucker tough.
Cowboy LV Braun.
Yeah, I just didn't want Jason Tatum to leave, man.
That bitch hard.
Now look at him, face of the league.
Why?
I was
Why-
waiting to see.
why they
it,
look
though.
over it?
I fuck
he
with
is
Jason
the face of
Tatum.
the, I think he one of the faces.
Do y'all think a face of the league can be international?
Why do you think the media doesn't want the face
I
of the
agree
league to
with
be
KD.
international?
I agree with
Why
KD
would
said.
you?
It's our
It's
I'm
not an
saying-
international league.
It's our game.
But why does it matter if you in the NBA? Why does it matter if I'm from this country?
Where was James?
Because
I'm just
no
asking.
kid is
Where was-
growing up saying, "I
where-
want to be Jokic."
Where's
Or Giannis.
I don't know.
Giannis maybe.
In Serbia,
not, because
in
the-
Serbia they want to be
Won't be
Jokic.
Jokic.
Yeah, but where's the NBA?
In the U.S., but like
Exactly.
where James Naismith from? That's what I be saying. I think he from here.
Basketball was created in America.
So I feel like the face of the league.
Gotta be American.
Yeah.
Gotta be American.
And relatable.
Or
kids
grew up
think
in
they can
America.
beat. Kids think they can beat Ant. Kids think they can beat Steph.
And can't be the face of the league right now.
Nah.
Kids didn't.
It gotta be
some
Tatum.
kids. You said Ant can't.
Not right now.
I can't.
Them allegations.
for the other reasons.
They ain't allegations. This is the truth. That's her fault.
No,
Allegedly.
he can't be the face.
can't, though.
Be the face of the
Why
league
can't
like
he?
that. Rather, I don't know the story of why it's going on.
He gave her
'Cause
money
of the
for an
image.
abortion. She didn't want to get an abortion. The baby is here, and I guess he said he don't want nothing to do with the baby.
It's
That ain't got
because
nothing
of
to
the
do with how you
perception,
play
bro. The
basketball.
public eye.
Same thing with John Moran. It's the perception, bro.
You feel
That's
me?
why
What's wrong with John Moran?
The whole
Nothing
gun
wrong with
stuff
John Moran.
and
It's
all
just
that.
like-
That's why they look at him like that.
That's
His shoe is still one of the
No,
number one
real.
sellers.
They want the squeaky
Number 2
clean.
took a minute to come out. Nike paused that. It's hold on, let's calm down for a second. You feel
Talking
me?
about the
But
job.
I'm talking about
Yeah,
before
yeah.
that, his shoe was selling.
No, I'm saying after the gun thing came out, they paused the second one.
Oh yeah, they did.
They said, "Hold on, you feel me? We need
And the
we
ones
need
still was
the
going crazy.
the fathers of the Caucasian community to still want their sons to go get those." so let's calm it down. That's why John Morant wouldn't. That's why Kyrie didn't make the United States. That's why he didn't make the
Because he
national
left
team.
Nike.
Nah, Nike dropped him.
Well, I mean, yeah, but
Who were on USA Basketball?
Not
Nike.
that's why Jalen Brown didn't make the team.
He too smart for his own good.
Well, they should get their shit together. I would never speak against Nike
Ever.
ever.
Can't,
It's
huh?
the best brand I ever seen.
Hmm?
It's Kyrie's fault.
And people,
Sorry.
people be talking about, yeah, I'm with Kyrie. I would have, I'm like, nah, fuck that. It's bigger than the money. Sometimes I'm like, nah, that's too much money to be bigger than for me, brother. I'm
But the
sorry.
Olympics, it was weird how they did it or said it or whatever because
They ain't want no
Kyrie
riot outside
posted-
the game.
Kyrie posted that they had that thing on their site, and then like it was on Amazon or something like that or Peacock.
Somebody close to Kyrie should have told him to shut the fuck up.
Is this still set up the same way where they do the
You
tryouts
feel me? Like,
for the Olympics? Like they do the tryouts.
ain't no
before
trying, bro.
That's how they used to do it.
They got
It wasn't even.
They got
That's what I'm
a
saying.
gonna
I'm
be
saying.
on.
they got to try. They got tryouts, but and they
They got tryouts for the second. I mean, the last four.
couple spots. you
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah, that's what I'm
They-
asking.
They know that first 8.
High schooler, I mean not high schooler, but a college guy or.
Cooper Flag was giving
Because
them.
College
Cooper
guy
Flag
going
was
on
giving
that
them buckets.
But I'm saying they be
practice.
giving them a chance to try out.
No, they come there for practice.
Yeah, Cooper Flag was there this year.
Yeah, he was
they,
going
they
crazy.
practice
They
against them.
they literally the practice
Practice
team.
team.
Yeah.
The last person that was on that team that came out of college was Anthony Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did. I
He
forgot
was the
about that.
last one.
Trying to think, was it somebody else? Nah.
I think he's right. I think I remember that.
I'm tripping. It wasn't an American.
Because Kyrie, he said something about the tryout thing too, didn't he? When he felt like he got snubbed.
Cause every year we got the World Cup. They play every year.
Trae Young is somehow not an All Star every year, so I don't really give two shits about the NBA and how they run things. I don't feel like they're giving people their just due. Anthony Edwards is the face of the league, though.
In the hood.
Right.
In the-
He got the black league.
Allen Iverson effect. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a rock star.
Yeah, you feel
Good with
me?
me.
In the hood for
Yeah.
sure. In the hood, he better than Jordan in the hood.
He the man. Ain't nobody better than him ever.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't
You
gonna
see what he
lie.
said to Barack Obama?
Oh yeah.
When they was
He basically told him go ask about me.
yeah.
He said, no, that ain't what he said. He was like, you're pretty good, aren't you? Joel, he was like, what about this guy? He's pretty good, right? Joel was like, yeah, he's pretty good. Y'all boys better quit playing. I'm like that.
Yeah.
I'm him. Y'all know I'm like that.
That's crazy.
I still gotta give it to JT though.
I can't give that
I don't
pause.
feel like
can't take it
I
away
don't feel like
from
he get
us.
it.
He didn't say pause.
I don't think
They don't want him to have it, bro.
I don't
They
think he get
say
enough credit.
everything negative they can about Jason Tatum.
I don't think everybody say Jaylen Brown better than him. I'm like, nah, bro.
That nigga can't go left. That nigga can't score 20 points. And I like Jaylen Brown, but bro, I'm sorry. You done sold one too many parlays for me, bro. I'm just cool on you. I ain't got nothing else. Yeah. I'm cool, bro.
I
So
mean,
you
Jason
should-
Tatum with the Duke.
And then he
he's
won
a
both
Boston
every-
Celtic.
he won
Those are
both-
two teams that aren't the fan public favorite.
Bro, that's like
That is
if
true.
that's like if Duke win the Natty this year, and like for the championship game or the tournament, they give the MVP trophy to the Knapp or whatever.
Knuckle.
That's like them giving him the MVP trophy.
Instead of Cooper Flag.
Yes.
Are you saying this with Cooper Flag playing?
Yes.
Is that what you're, okay. I'm just asking.
Jason Tatum led the team in every category and averaged more than Jaylen Brown in every category, and he won Finals MVP because of his defense on Luka, who averaged damn near 30.
Yeah, Luka had like 2 triple doubles.
And he averaged damn near 30. Andre Iguodala won the Finals MVP for his defense on LeBron. LeBron averaged like 30.
40. He dropped 40 that last game on him.
But he didn't average 40, 12, and 12.
Yeah, like
crazy
against Iguodala, he damn near had 40 and 12.
It's like, but his average was like, for the series was like 35. It was some crazy shit.
Like 35, 15.
Yeah, and they said he won MVP for his defense. That's why the NBA.
They be having to have a story, bro.
But yeah, Jason Tatum, yeah, my dog.
We're going to see end of the year who to face.
I went MB.
Who the face of the NFL?
I mean, that's Pat.
Patrick Mahomes.
I just want to make sure y'all on the same.
And on that note,
Yeah.
we done with real. We appreciate y'all tuning in with us.
Make sure y'all go and like, comment, subscribe.
Follow the page too.
I think that was a good way to end it.
Yeah, shout out to our boy Keith for hopping on the pod. He's going to be on here more often.
First time, not the last time.
For sure.
I didn't see him hop on anything.
Like Mike said, like, share, subscribe. Tune in. We got some more guests coming soon. Appreciate y'all. We out.
We're going to have Chief Keef on here next week.